Welcome back, everybody. And in this next session, we will be discussing calling the greater, serving the greater good, life coaching, a better way of life, tolerating or coping, and self care, CAREE. Okay, hope that everybody went to you know, did your bathroom break kind of thing. But thanks for joining. And to this segment is serving the greater good. For a variety of reasons, a person's calling may seem to be the least understood and tapped into facet of life purpose. Okay, calling is a commission coming from the outside of yourself to serve something bigger than yourself, and an important part of fulfillment in the sense of being part of something bigger than you are, bigger than yourself. Maybe you would like to leaving of a legacy, you understand, or making the difference for others, or knowing that the world is a better place because you gave or you participated and you shared of yourself, time, energy, resources, or whatever. Okay, your calling keeps your life purpose from becoming narcissistic and selfish, while it addresses our deep DESIRE to give our lives to something of lasting worth and significance. And some individuals find a sense of a call in being drawn to meet a specific society need. Most people think that when you say the word calling, that you're hi Martel, that you're being called to the pulpit or to preach, or you understand that is not true. Not necessarily true. Whatever your calling is in life can be a career or your career path. Some people are called to be doctors, some called to be nurses, some people are called to be politicians, some people are called to start their own company, some people are called to do nonprofit, some people are called to the beauty industry, to the music industry, to the fashion industry, to the media industry. What is your calling? What is your calling? What it is that you're called to do? That means that some individuals find a sense of calling and being drawn to meet a specific societal need. One common pattern in the individual who has suffered difficulty or injustice finding their calling through fighting that injustice or alleviate the pain for others. Many find their call through their relationship with God when they sense that God has commissioned them to serve others in a particular area. Now, in whatever area that you feel called to, you understand you're either serving your clients, serving your niches, serving the audience, you're serving the people you work for. You understand whatever area that may be. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. Wherever you are called to serve at, that could be in corporate America, that could be in a nonprofit sector, that could be as a life coach, it could be in the music industry, entertainment industry, fashion industry, it could be wherever you think that you're being called to do or to be. Okay, so many find their call through their relationship with God, and when they sense that God has commissioned them to serve others in a particular way for that good of all. You understand? Good morning, Thaddeus. Okay. Anyway, now When they sense that God has commissioned them to serve others in a particular way for the good of everyone, others find a commission to work for the greater good from their nation, from their company, from their family, or from their community. Okay, there is a wide variation on how people experience a sense of CALING, and it comes to the young, it comes to the old, it comes through pain, it comes through joy, urging us to give in huge collective efforts or small individual acts of kindness, while calling usually aligns with a person's passion or design. Okay, now the fact that it comes from an external source makes it less predictable and not as easily found by searching within oneself. Legacy and service. What legacy do you want to leave behind? How will the world be a better place because you lived and you was existed in it and on the planet? Okay, what's a really great legacy look like to you? And give me an example of two people in life that you admire and that you truly admire, and then you can see where the legacy is generational. Okay, now what do you care most about that is bigger than you? And it can be a cause, a goal, a principle, people, truth. What do you want to give your life to? LIFE. What are you giving your life to? What world changing dreams makes your heart beat faster? Boom, 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 boom. What form will your legacy take? Will it be people that you've invested into? Building an organization, something you've created for your family heritage? Could it be having children? You understand? It could be anything that you would like to leave a legacy on this earth, like a dynasty. Okay, if you would spend your life working to change one thing in the world, what would make a real difference, just not only for you but for other people? What would that one thing be, and what would that one thing look like? Okay, imagine that you are at the end of your life, looking back over your life. Okay, what deeds would enable you to honestly say that was a life well lived? Hi, Rodney. Good afternoon. Betty. How you doing? Okay. Who will you serve? Who will you serve? One of the clearest clues to your calling in life is in the people or needs that you consistently feel drawn to reach out and to serve these people. Identifying this target audience for your calling is very illuminating. Okay, now what do you want to help with in life? Question one. Who do you want to help in life? What kinds of people would you most like to make a difference for? FOR. Think back over the last 90 days. Who have you gone out of your way to help in big ways and small ways? What drew you to each of these people? And what needs do you see when you walk in people or on the news that grips your heart? You understand? And what kind of injustice makes you want to ride to the rescue? Okay, what sufferings are you most sensitized to? Okay, what causes like stirs up in you, or what is that? Fires you up or gets your what is it? Gets your engine going or gets you motivated or something like that. Okay. It could be the environment, adoption, digging wells in Africa, making your neighborhood safe. It could be anything that you feel passionate towards, okay, that is determined, or it gives you some form of excitement. In what areas do you repeatedly find others looking to you for hope, wisdom, service, or just a touch of love? Like, just give somebody a hug today. Okay, how does it touch your heart when they come to you? What groups do you serve or help with unusual impact? Okay, client exercise. Here's who will I serve? And that is the question that you have to ask yourself today. Who will I serve? Take some time to sit down with a pen and a paper, and these are the 3 questions that you're going to ask yourself, okay, let's see. It's going to take a few minutes, but you're going to create a list, and groups, causes, needs, injustices, or bigger dreams that draw you to serve and give for the greater good of yourself, your family, your community, humanity. Okay, and ask yourself these 3 questions. Why am I drawn to this? 1, how was I drawn to this? How was I drawn to this, whatever that this is? 2, that's the second question. And 3 is, why me? And what do I bring to this? Whatever it is that you feel drawn to or to serve. What am I drawn? Why are you drawn to this? How was I drawn to this? Why me? And what do I bring to this? Service from suffering. Many people find a sense of their own calling through their own suffering. Okay? They care deeply about helping those who are suffering in the way that they did. And it's a fruitful area to provide for a sense of calling. Okay, what individuals, groups, or needs do you deeply identify with out of your own suffering? How do you want to help them? Okay, what difficulties have you faced that became defining moments when you overcame them? And how have these experiences equipped you to serve other people? Okay, where in life have you been most deeply wounded or deeply hurt, and how could you learn and turn that same pain into an energy towards helping others in similar situations? Okay, and what experiences of suffering or injustice have deeply marked you? You understand? How are you drawn to work with others in any of these areas? Okay, now, in what areas of life that were broken or messed up in your past are you now helping others with? And what messages of hope, HOPE, because we all need hope, 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 hope. We all need hope, 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 hope. Hope, 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 hope. Okay. So, what messages of hope does your life embody for other people? And these are questions that you have to sit down and ask yourself, and then tuning in, turning to God or tuning into God, being commissioned by the creator of the universe God, okay, the maker of heavens and earth and everything in the earth and on the earth and under the earth and all living creatures and beings and all these other kind of things, the fish, the animals, people, the trees, the air, the birds, the swimming beasts, and all those things. When you take a look at turning to God, being commissioned by the Creator engenders a powerful sense of destiny in people of faith. And while there are well-known cases of those who manipulate us, should I say that again? While there are well-known cases of those who manipulate us with God talk, TALK, we all know who they are, okay? To serve their own DESIRES. Adolf Hitler comes to mind. You understand? They are greatly outnumbered by the anonymous heroes who have genuinely given and served out of their relationship with God. And I don't know who started slavery, but whoever started that, they come to mind. And certain priests, but not everybody is the same. So you can't put you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You understand? With the bathwater, WATER, you have to put everything within its own perspective, okay? What do your spiritual values have to say about your reason for existence, for your purpose in life? What has God put on to you in this earth? Why are you on the earth? And that was my big question. I would ask God all the time, God, why am I here? Why did you make me? Why did you MACE me? Why did you create me? And I had to keep asking God, and then eventually I found my purpose, but it is what it is, okay? Now, the next thing is, what do your spiritual values have to say to you about your life purpose? What has God put you on the earth to do, and what are you made to do for others? Okay, have you found a sense or a calling through your relationship with God? What is it? What could you do with your life that you've been given that would make you look forward to showing the results to your almighty creator, the creator of heaven and earth? Okay. Now, what do you feel God has shown you about the unique purpose in your life, and what has God spoken to you directly or through other people about your calling? Okay, so you just keep on blessing them and keep wishing people good. Stay in your happy place. Be kind to everybody. It's not always easy. Respect yourself, respect other people, and respect people in their boundaries, okay? Next thing is life coaching, a better life today, okay? King Solomon, in the book of Ecclesiastes, a plan in the heart of a man is like deep, WARTER, but this is Proverbs actually, but a man of understanding or a woman of understanding draws it out, okay? The thing is, the other side of life coaching is creating a better life today. And here the focus is on rearranging circumstances and attitudes in everyday life to discover increased JOY and effectiveness while lowering the stress and wasted energy. Okay? Now, that is really important because there's a gap a GAP, the process often starts with identifying the GAPS, and that is the places where real life takes shapes and real life happens, and also your ideal life happen, and making changes to close the GACPS, okay? That is in our finances. You understand that it could be either in your relationship, in your career, in your emotional health, mental stability. You understand? You want to close that GAP, close that gap, okay? You can start from the either side of the gap. This is the gap, okay? Either by identifying the person's what ideal life, LIFE, and then finding ways to move towards it, or by identifying what is missing, okay? Or figuring out how to either get it or make it your peace with it. Like whatever it is to get it, to make your peace with it, okay? And a great way to identify a GAP is to help you, each and every one of you, Kumar, Betty, Rodney, Thaddeus, Johnny, Karen, okay? Everyone that's listening, Martell, everybody, to help you to identify the GAP and to help you tune into what it is that you're either tolerating or coping with in life. Now, I'm going to mention a few exercises, and then you can just like answer those questions yourself. Okay. Hey, Betty. Oh, thank you. Well, now another type of GAP gap life balance, GAPE life balance, is juggling several priorities. Family, marriage, work, and health is a fact of life, and we all have to do this on a day-to-day basis. Once they open the company, we're all dealing with it now, dealing with it with COVID-19 and no COVID-19. We all have to deal with marriage, family, work, and health. Or if you're not married, you can say relationship, okay? Your social life, personal life, your career, and your health, HEALT. It is a fact of life, and when these commitments get out of balance, okay, or fail to reflect our most important values, we experience that there is a GAP. There is a gap, GAP. Now, here is the question. As you are a coach, or my coachees, for the coaches that are listening and the coachees, okay, you have to reapply these underlining values I mentioned in the first video, and you reapply them on a daily basis to establish your priorities. Consciously living out of your personal values is often experienced by whom? By either your coaching clients or your coach or your employee. You experience it in life, you experience it on the job, you experience it in your relationship, and you have to make a quality decision regarding your personal values, 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 and it is often experienced by the client, by everybody. You understand what I'm saying? We all experience these things, And then you have to take a great giant leap like I did. Maybe I jumped off the mountain. I didn't have any choice. You understand? I had no choice but to jump because it was a step forward into my joy and purpose. Okay? Self-care. We have to do self-care. And I can't even tell you how many. I think I've lost like 60 pounds now. 60 pounds in almost a year. That's not bad. That's actually really good. Now, self-care is the practice of making it a priority to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself, Betty. You have to take care of yourself, Rodney. You have to take care of yourself, Thaddeus. You have to take care of yourself, Karen. You have to take care of yourself, Martell. Okay? You too, Jennifer. You have to take care of yourself, Kenrick, Clarence, and Bettina, Kumar. We all have to take care of ourselves. How do we do that? Well, let's start by making it a practice of making it a priority to take care of yourself. And the idea is that you can only love others well enough to a degree that you love yourself. While taking care of yourself has been taken to unhelpful extremes, I can say, in some circles, lasting fulfillment tends to be bound up in serving a greater good and not just one's own interest. Okay? The fact remains that many of us are not very good stewards of our own physical, emotional, spiritual, and psychological health, okay? Because we don't recognize the need to make it a priority. And as your own personal coach and your own personal life coach, I am here to help you by observing how you can start some self-care exercises and reflecting this back to you and challenging the self-destruct, so I'm challenging those self-destructive beliefs and attitudes that we all have. I have those self-destructing attitudes and beliefs. And, we ever hear that saying, you can be your own worst enemy? Setting boundaries is simply exercising healthy self-care in a relationship, okay? Often the largest obstacle to a better life is the ability to say the word no, okay? You have to get to that point. You have to have your yes moments, YESS, yes to life, yes to everything, yes. And then at some point, you can be overwhelmed with all the yeses that where is the no's coming in at? You have to say no at some point. Okay, now setting boundaries is just a simple way of exercising self-care in relationships, and often the largest obstacle is a better life is the ability to say no, or being driven to please others at any expense. Okay, when you are pleasing other people or doing something for other people, you have to at least do it with the bestest of intentions, okay? Do it from your heart, be sincere, but at some point, you can only do what it is that you can do, and what you can't do or what you don't feel like doing, you understand? Don't do it. You understand? And we have to learn to say yes to certain things and no to certain things. And Because our mental, emotional, and psychological and physical being is at stake. You have to know where you are operating in the muddled relationships where appropriate boundaries have been defined, okay? In all these areas, you have to work on all these areas. You have to find a better way to do whatever it is that you want to do within your personal life, within your work life, within your finances, within your living environment, within your personal growth, within your health, within recreation, within the community, within your family, in your spiritual walk. And you have to take all of these areas into consideration, okay? At the GAP is what is missing? What's missing? Something's missing, but what is missing? Ha ha ha. When you are wanting betterment for yourself in all of those areas that I just listed, the process often centers around identifying and closing what they call the GAP. In the GAP, it is called the gap, is the distance between your needs and the expectations of the way life is now. You can look at your current circumstances as the way life is now, and then you can dream, have a vision, have a goal to what it is that you would like your life to be. Okay, another way of thinking about it is in terms of alignment. The gap is the place where your day-to-day life fails to align with your values and your life. PURPOSE. Question to ask yourself is, what is missing from your life? Okay, think about that. Think about that. What is missing from your life right now? Now, take a look at some of the different areas in your life, like family, work, home, finances, okay, your spiritual life. Take a look at your personal growth, your own health, your recreation, community, your family. Take a look at your finances, your living environment, okay? Take a look at your entire existence, your entire being, and all of these are the areas that makes us who we are, okay? Now, where are you most dissatisfied and in what area? On a scale SCALE from 1 to 10, what are your stress level? What is your stress level right now in either of these particular areas? Okay, what would it be like if your stress level was either a quarter that, or half of that, or 3/4 of that? Let's take a few minutes just to explore your feelings right now about life, okay? And imagine yourself at work. Picture yourself at your office or on your job, or the people, and envision the people around you. What are your feelings? What emotions bubble to the surface? How about when you visualize yourself at home, looking at your finances and in your personal relationship? How do you feel toward your own personal health, emotionally, physically, psychologically? Where do you see yourself in your own personal relationship? And what percentage of your time do you feel like you are living in alignment with your calling right now? And what would you like that number to be from a scale, from a SCALE from 1 to 10, okay? Think about your true capacity when you are in the right environment. well rested, fully engaged, ENGAGED, fully present, okay? What percentage of that capacity are you living right now at this moment? What are three things that you love, LOVE, about yourself, about your life, and your family, your relationship, your finances, those areas? What are the three things regarding your life at this current moment, whether it is work, money, living environment, personal growth, health and recreation, community, family, and your God life, okay? Because everybody needs to spend time connecting with the creator of the universe. Everybody needs to spend time connecting with their creator. Why? Because he can give you instructions, you know? You need to be strengthened because life can and will challenge you. It will. And you have to be able to maintain that inner peace and that inner joy in the midst of the storm. STORM. Okay, so you have to be centered. And I don't know what your faith is. You could be a Muslim, you could be Hindu. I'm a Christian. Spend time meditating. Whatever your idea of God is, God, or your people say higher power. I'm a Christian, so I say Jesus, whatever it is, you understand? I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to serve you and to give you direction, okay? Leave the judgment to the judges and leave the here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. That is not my place, okay? Right now, my job is to just help you to think a little, stimulate your senses and your thinking, okay? And help you to take a deeper look at yourself and your own being and existence, okay? Now, here's a take it or leave it exercise. Take it or leave it exercise. This exercise examines how your real life aligns with your ideal life. It is especially helpful if you aren't a natural dreamer, okay? Because it extrapolates the idea from your past experience and make 3 columns on a piece of paper. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to make 3 columns, okay? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 columns on a piece of paper. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, within these 3 columns, you are going to put first, take it. And then these are things that you love, 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 and value, value, value about your own life and that you would like more of in the future. Okay. And the last column is the leave it column. Okay. And these are things in your life that you dislike, like, you know, like that drains you of your energy or crowds out what is important, okay, and pushes out the things that really are important to you and matters to you and that you'd like to leave behind, okay? The middle column, in the middle column you have the take it. In the first column, you have the leave it. In the middle at the third column and in the middle column, these are things that you have no strong feelings towards, okay? But use a bigger piece of paper, okay? Now, when you look over your list, what stands out? Okay, something has to stand out, like what it is. What stands out to you? That stood out. Okay, how does your life now align with your ideal? Where is there a good match and where are things out of alignment? Okay, because sometimes we're out of alignment. How well does your daily lifestyle support your life purpose? Okay, and where does it help and where does it get in the way? Okay, so what one thing on the leave it list would make the most difference if you were to change it? Like, what is the one thing on your leave it list that you would change? And what is the one thing on your take it list that you would keep? Okay. What here must change? You have to think of the things that you would like to change, what must change, and what can you no longer tolerate. Like, what is that one thing that you just can't deal with? Like, you understand? There are some things and that I just can't deal with, and I'm okay with that. Okay. What step could you take right now to be in better alignment daily with your life and with your life purposes? Okay. Now, what would it take to deal with your own entire ENTIR leave it list or take it list? Okay, what stops you from doing that? Whatever that thing is, make a note of that. And on that note, I guess I will do. Ooh, I have to edit this. Can we do you guys want me to continue with the tolerating and the coping? Because I didn't expect it. I'm going to stop it here. I'll edit this and I'll continue on at the next video because, I'm very conscious of the time. Okay, so we have to just either I'll pick it up with tolerating and coping and self care. Okay, be back in 15 minutes. I'll be back in 15 minutes, you guys. Hi, Reva. You funny. Drama and things that don't bring peace are things that I can't and won't deal with. Okay. Tolerating and coping. All right, Reva. Okay, well, I might as well continue then with tolerating and coping. The thing is that I'll pick it up in the next session because I don't want the videos to be too long. Well, everybody's listening, so I might as well continue. Here we go. Tolerating and coping. Okay. We all have our moments when we discover we've been tolerating something that is less than the best or less than acceptable. When and if we had taken the time to tune into it, we'd have changed it for the better. The question below is how to help with the surface things that we're tolerating, and then how can you also be used as a reflection question for discussion with your family, spouse, or team. Okay. Name 3 little annoyances in life that steal your joy, energy, and rob you of your PEACE. Okay, that is something that peace, joy, and energy. What are you tolerating within your life at this moment? And what are you putting up with that maybe you haven't even thought about or taking action on or until whenever? Okay, what are you putting up with in your relationships? Name any conflicts, boundaries, issues, or that of resolving them. You have to start resolving certain things. Close your enterprise at the moment and imagine that your life situations that you're walking through your own entire house, okay, into your own room by room, and what is it in each room that you want to avoid, what needs or unfinished, like TASKS, do you see? And what rooms are energizing or enjoyable, and which give you negative feelings. So we're just going to all do the exercise together. We're all together. Everybody's together. Okay. And we're just going to close our eyes and we're going to take a walk through our house or your apartment. And then while you're walking through, this is just a visionary, what do you see on the table, on the desk, near the computer, by the stove, by the sink, by the bed? You understand, what is it that you see within your own personal space that you can improve, that you're tolerating, or that you are coping with at the moment? Okay, so just do that. Then you have to also do that in your personal relationships, because then we have to deal with what possessions that you no longer need are cluttering up your space or life. Okay, now what worries, peace of mind, what worries clutter up your mind that you can let go of today? Does it feel like life is happening to you, and is this real in this area? Okay, what proactive step could you use to make those tiny baby step changes? Okay, what are the little things that, like quirks, that you react to over and over and over again in your relationships? And what are your quirks, and what bothers you regarding yourself, regarding your friends, regarding your mates? Okay, and what do the petty arguments with those who care about you most, what do you guys argue over that are petty, 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 petty? Take a look at those things, because now you have to let go of the pettiness. Okay, and what unresolved hurts or let's say past injustices are you carrying around with you, that what happened, you know, that you open the door of conflict? Okay, and the next is energy drains, and you have to use these questions, and I would like for you to think about the creative list of energy drains, the little things in your life that you are putting up with that sap your energy, your peace of mind, and steals your joy. Okay, it may help you to keep a list on your desk or on your computer, or on the fridge, on the bathroom mirror, wherever, and you can just jot down this list of things that you're either tolerating as you experience them, or you might want to take like 10 minutes each evening to review the course of the DAY and tune into what it is that may be bothering you, or, you know, causing those slight little irritations, because we have to really literally live in the state of forgiveness, because there's 24 hours in one day, okay? And if you start, by the time you wake up, you can't take everything personally. I've gotten to the point where I say, bless them, bless them, bless them, bless, and bless them, bless them, bless them, bless them. You understand? And that way I can let go of the negativity, because whew, anyway, dealing with energy drains. Okay, it sounds to me that you are tolerating something there that you don't like. Okay, now what could you do if you set out to take care of it at once and for all? Like, what is that? What is that one thing? Now, I've heard you describe some ways that you could cope with this particular thing better. How about if you give me 3 ways that you can conquer this, whatever it is, instead of coping with this thing, whatever it is? And what difference would it make if your life, what difference would it make in life if this energy drain, okay, whatever this thing is, only you know what's going on within your own personal home and space and all that other kind of stuff that is actually draining your energy. Find out what it is and what difference would it make, and what one step could you take to declutter your personal space, your mind, and your relationships that would most bring you PEACE. Okay, and on that note, I guess I'll pick it up on the next segment of part 2 of tolerating and coping and self-care. Okay, because I really have to be cognizant, and not only of my time, but of your time as well. And I have to respect each and every single one of you and your time. So I will take a break and I'll come back in, say, 15 minutes and I'll do the next segment. Okay? Mwah. Da-da-da-da-da.